This game's existence baffles me. A sequel to an $80 tech demo, which is $30 cheaper, which got announced on Twitter before an official trailer, and that trailer dropped the day before the Nintendo Direct. What the hell is this game? Or tech demo, I don't know yet. The fact this game exists is insane. So that's why I'm gonna get it on the 30th of June, launch day, physically. Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. From the looks of it, it seems like a shallow Jackbox, which also uses Joy-Cons, that, to reach its full potential, needs a function room, which is a bit of a problem because you can fit, like what, not even 6 of me here? This may mean to reach its full potential, you need to pay a lot of money to rent these spaces out. So I'm gonna take this game on with my 2 sisters. Yeah, weird family tree, but on the 30th of June, 2023, I'm gonna buy this Enigma of the game.
Two days later.
I got 2 days later, whoops. Yeah, this box art. Okay, so to talk about the box art compared to the original, I'll need the original game. I'm not buying it, so instead, take this PNG of the box art. What the hell, why do these look nothing alike? I mean, look at them. This looks like a weird fan box art. Besides the people, they don't look alike. So why do they have this post person? Is this a way of saying this game's gonna be weird? What do you mean this game's gonna be weird and not take itself seriously? It's a game called Everyone Wants to Switch. I wanted a serious story! Anyway, you're treated to this menu and asked if you want to play with the Joy-Con or your phone. This will matter since some things are only accessible through different modes. You will sign up and then get taken to the second title screen. Okay, why not just take us straight to the next menu straight away? Anyway, you have 4 options. Group Party, the main mode, Trivia Party, Bingo Party, and Others. The Others have 2 options. Why not have this part of a main menu but just have it smaller? The main mode, Group Party. You have Short, Medium, and Long Party, which just means how much you need to get the top score. I haven't timed these 20, 40, 60 minute time frames are accurate, but oh well. You're split into 2 teams and have a spinner, which might as well be a choice between 4 games, because if you press A at a certain game, it'll stop on it. I'll go over minigame quality and quantity later. When you win a game, you go up the podium, and if you get 3, 5, or 7 wins, your team wins the entire game. It's also quite customizable to fit with your area and circumstances, like if you're playing in late night when your parents are asleep. This gives me deja vu, this entire mode. It's like Mario Party! It's like Mario Party! This is a Mario Party where you just have to play the mini games. And this is the game's main draw. The time between games is overly long, making it last longer. Horace tends to like to talk a lot, which adds some livelihood to the game, but I don't care. There's also a lot less variation in these games. There are, according to the most credible source on the earth, Wikipedia, has 17 games, unique games, technically, but a lot of sequels, which makes it so there's 44 games total. Mario Party has like 50 mini-games or more generally. I run into duplicates in 5-game matches most of the time. Not to even mention the fact that a lot of these games are exclusive to either phone mode or Joy-Con mode. About 9 can only be accessed in one mode or the other. Outside of the mini-games with its strange style, it's so bland and personality-less. It's nice and smooth, but the sterile presentation makes it irrelevant, to me at least. Makes it look worse. It's like calling your child Stan, or Bob, or Dana Raid. No offense to anyone named Stan or Bob. No, I'm not missing someone. What do you mean? Next one is Trivia Party. I wonder if it'll be a generic, simple trivia game, and oh hey look, it's very insignificant and has no style at all. Looks fine. Which is by any Jackbox game, but trivia is much more creative and they have unique spins and not basic questions. And they also look a ton better. These questions are so simplistic and easy, like look at this. It was like it was made for toddlers. Fair enough, but it makes it boring for people over the age of 8. You do have modes which let you make your own questions, which makes it slightly better, but if you do, you'll know some, if not all of the answers. Next is Bingo Party, which hold it, because I'm not sure. I think it's bingo. Yeah, it's just bingo. But whoever stops the wheel, it gets rigged for them, because when you press the Joy-Con, it stops the wheel automatically, and it circles around in numerical ascending order. So technically, it's not even random at all. Now you can play the mini games from Party, where there's a multiple name party, from Team Party by themselves. But why would you want to do that in the first place? It just helps you see how shallow these games are. A lot of these games have sequels, which makes it seem like there's more content. I'll do a quick review of every unique game, excluding sequels, unless I feel like it's worth mentioning. First, we'll cover the games that can be played with Joy-Cons and phones. Squats! It's fine, I guess. It's probably one of the hardened ones, not because you'll collapse on the floor afterwards. It's hard to tell the difference between squash and squat. Kind of long and overstays its welcome a bit, but you don't need a game to do what the game does, but it helps, I guess. It's fine. Kitchen timer, you have to wait and do the equivalent of a button press after a certain amount of time. I feel like I've done something like this before. Oh well, it's fun enough. Musical chairs. You can pretty easily play this in real life with people. Like this game wants you to play with. I guess if you have a lot, it's helpful for eliminating the chair cost, but you don't get chair fights, which are part of the fun. It's fine though. It isn't as fun as it would be if it was IRL. And you can actually pick the music. Statues. Go outside or just find a hallway. Part of the fun is actually turning around, and you can't do that in this game because you need 2 teams. Also, the Joy-Con feels inconsistent. It's fine. I feel like I've played something like this in the video game form before though. Quiz show. Refer to my quiz show section of the talk, but there's just less questions overall. Ninjas! This one is pretty neat, but it helps to have a lot of people, and trying to actually face people to make it feel real is difficult, which probably removes some immersion, as if this game had it in the first place. Pretty fun still. UFOs. This game doesn't seem like it works well at all. I feel like I'm doing it to the rhythm, and then it just denies that it isn't correct. I reckon it's just due to the motion controls, which makes me happy that Rhythm Heaven Fever didn't actually use motion controls. It's annoying it takes so long due to the unresponsiveness. Then I played it again, and you need to do the action slightly early, which is really off-putting. If you can't tell, I don't like this one. Jump rope. Why don't you just go outside? It's still fun. Wait a minute, what the hell? These are all just Mario Party-esque mini-games. Statues has one, Kitchen Timer has one, this one has one. Wait, give me a second. ND Cube? The people have been making Mario Party since it got bad made this game. They knew what they were doing. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Still fun enough, but come join me in the outdoors, brothers and sisters and others. We're inclusive here. Balloon, it's just Mario Party again. It's good, but it's still Mario Party. Also has an alternate form where instead of blowing it up as much as possible before you pop it, you just pop it as fast as possible, which that one also does exist. Hit bump, this one just sucks. Has no depth for a mini fighting game. And the optimal strategy is you also have to go through a mini tutorial every time for this game, and it's really annoying, especially when there's 3 people. And also it doesn't really explain the mechanics that well, which is a bit annoying. Joy-Con hide and seek. Probably one of the most creative ones so far, but I found a good place for you. It's called Anywhere. After hiding the Joy-Con, the other one can press buttons on their Joy-Con to make the other one vibrate, which I'd say is a pretty cool idea. I like this one. Relay race. I don't really like running, so it's not great. Samurai Sword Fight. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. But with swords. This has a WarioWare equivalent. I just realized that. And this one takes way too long to play. It takes like a good minute and a half, where WarioWare takes like 10 seconds. Also has only 1 round, which is lame. Fun though. Phone only now, what? Auction. Different items are assigned with different point values per team, and the team needs to get the highest score points possible. I play this with 2 players, and I don't think it really works as intended. You can just put big splurges of money on products that aren't worth much because you get £1 million /euros. I am in. So I have a PAL version, and most PAL regions use euro, and Britain use pounds. It's probably $1 in America, but I don't know. I can't imagine this working too well with even just 8 players. Bingo! See above, but teams take in turns stopping the wheel, so it's slightly fairer. It's actually funner here due to it essentially being a timing game. Color shoot, aka if you ran out of hole, take photos of people's clothes. Essentially you just have to find a color in your environment. Pretty simple but surprisingly fun. Ice cream parlor. note down the orders and then get asked simple questions relating to how many people ordered what. I spent like an hour and a half finding this game, and it took so long, and it's not even that good. Quick side note / mini rant. I don't like the phone usage, it's really tedious. Now, it may be that I have a crappy phone or I live in, but the delay is so bad. A lot of the time, they require timing, which makes this impossible to do remotely, and some things are just near impossible to do anyway. You also have to enable permissions, and it takes so long to actually get connected up. You have a little introductory screen after you scan the QR code. You have to agree to the terms of service, then take out and use a picture of your name. Jackbox just gives you a website where you put in a code and a username, and bam, you're in. You may need to do some other stuff, but the entire thing feels much more responsive, and unlike this game, it can actually be streamed well. Also, you don't have to get permissions before working the game, and if you have your Chrome permissions not correct, you just have to sit out of a game, which happened, so that wasn't great. So on average, you need to go outside more, and the mini games are okay. Which kind of just sums up the whole game. It's okay. It's not worth $50, it's probably worth like $30 maybe, but it's nothing special. If you want to have fun with your friends, it's a good option if you have crap ton or more than 4. If you have less than 4, play Mario Party. If you have more than 4, if possible, play Jackbox. They're both much more worth your money than this, despite its infamy as a friend breaker. This game will lose you less friends than Mario Party. Wait, what are you? No! Aww.